Has anyone ever even used the Trade Talks VC channel?
You just waited a year and a half for Hawk to answer your DMs, just for you to realize that you didn't actually need that player, and you were just killing time. I like fought tooth and nail to get a blue me from Hosh for our trade, just for me to realize that if I had that blue me to make my chem work perfectly, I would then have 10 players.
I'll wait for the... Oh, we already are live.
We live and shit.
Yeah, I think Spivey's in a bit of a tizzy after that loss, so...
It's on y'all.
Well, welcome back to the DSA. I am Benjamin, here again with JT. For the last game of the night, it's one I think is pretty clear-cut. We have the Royals, and we have the Fury. Excuse me. In my opinion, I don't have much to say. The Royals come in at 3-2. They can take a tie with Critter Crew here, and potentially they can take a tie with Critter Crew and the Titans. It's a pretty even playing field. And then there's the Fury, who is very bad. And that's really all you have to say about the Fury.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much more you can say about it. It's Diddy and the Mees. And, you know, this is something we had talked about and some GMs had talked about before the season of, can you just have a team of Mees? And Fury, I mean, they're proven that that's not the most viable. And, you know, you would have assumed that Me Mayhem going into the draft, this was going to be their plan. And I think everybody in their front office is taking a nice deep breath and a sigh, realizing that their plan maybe wasn't cut out for them, and they're glad that they got to watch somebody else do it. Now, with that being said, Fury does have a slew of early round draft picks. And, you know, this draft may not be as heavy at hitting. You know, there's no DKs or Bowser's on the board, but you will see PD Piranha back on the board for the first time in a while. So, you know, I think, you know, they almost pretty much have this one spot locked up.
You know it's
So
bad when you have to bring up the draft and talking about a team.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's just, this is not good. I don't anticipate anything good happening this game. I think we're going to go to bed bored. I didn't even bother looking at the spreadsheet, because if you look at the Fury, it's just, you know, it's just Diddy Kong and the Mees, and, you know, any combination of players is better for the Royals. I expect the Royals to win pretty handily here.
Absolutely. And you could tell that the Fury are playing into it, because not only that, but not all of their Mees have chem. Like, your Tayshawns, your Skylers, your Mike Toads. I mean, occasionally, like, Mike Toad and Tayshawn have chem, but Skyler has chem with nobody. So, I mean, you could tell that they're really playing into the tanking here with the trade deadline heading up here in a second. So,
but yeah, any combination of players is better. Looking at the standings, because the Critter Crew and Toadstool Titans both sit at 4-2. If the Royals can win this game, and honestly, it's not impossible for this to happen. If they win this game by more than 16, they will take possession of first place in the Hater Conference. Not impossible, I will say. If it was any other team, I'd say probably impossible, because they're playing against the Fury. I'd say there's a chance. But unless the Royals and... Have the Royals and Critter Crew played yet?
yes, they played week 1 and the Royals won. So therefore, the Royals have the head-to-head against the Critter Crew, and the Critter Crew has the head-to-head over the Titans, and the Titans have the head-to-head over the Royals. So
it would go to point diff.
It would go to point diff, and right now,
yes. So if they win by
Critter Crew, yes,
if they win this game by 17, they will they'll take first place.
Yes. So as of right now, if they were to win by anything less than anything less than, I guess 14, they would be the 4 seed coming into the overall 4 seed coming into week 7.
And GM Dawson is saying that 17-point game is not going to happen, but we are going to see.
We have seen a 30 burger put up before, so who knows? And that was against a very good Royals team. Now, they have said that this place is the giant killer, so
we'll see. This would be the biggest upset, I think, in league history if they're able to pull this off.
Oh, man, you should have been there for Wiggles last year. I've never seen a GM box more hype. Here's the first pitch, and oh my goodness.
This is disgusting. And Yellow Pianta is going to
no way
offer it.
The rare Pianta double there, thanks to the Piranha Plant, as Purple Toad the Maverick steps up.
Oh.
Golly.
Oh, they get an out, though.
Wow. You know, Diddy having that red chem throwing to the red first baseman there gets the out with that quicker throw. So, you know, there is still some strategy you can see in this Fury team. So get out number 2. Blue Toad, arguably the best hitting Toad out of the bunch, coming off a Season 3 championship with the Warpstone Warriors.
That's going to go foul. Would have been a good hit if it landed in, but stays foul as this one goes. And that should just about do it. It's 1-0. I think that's an insurmountable lead for Fury. I think we can call this game a scratch.
As let's see if they can stop the bleeding here with 2 outs. We've seen crazy 2-out rallies. We've seen 15-run innings. So let's see if they can get it to the next one and keep Tays on.
A 1-run deficit might as well be a 10-run deficit. And
they will. They get turn out.
They will, you know, better than what they probably expected. It's only going to be 1-0 going in to the bottom of the first. As here comes the first of many me's we will see today.
No way.
That's out.
Drake with the reach in front of the Piranha Plant. Diddy calling the only non-human player stepping up to bat as he takes strike 1.
It's a very interesting dynamic at practice because if he ever gets upset, he starts throwing poop at everyone because, as you know, he is a monkey.
Shockingly, this guy up to bat now, McDeuce, does the same thing. That's why they work so well together.
Yellow Pianta is kind of toying with him here. That's an out, and Diddy is going to stay at first.
You know, one thing that I think should be mentioned is the Blue Critter trade that happened a couple weeks ago. Blue Critter, another one of those champions coming from Season 3, and a fantastic other. You know, you maybe want to see him move to the shortstop spot, give Daisy a little break there. And then Yellow Pianta could come in at second. But here he is up to bat. Speak of the devil. He lines out for the deuce.
Diddy Kong. You know, a few weeks ago I was commentating the Fury playing the Titans. They lost 15-1, and I said that the only way I can see the Fury winning a game is if they can keep it very, very, very low scoring. They have to play perfect defense and then get lucky on the hits and the item usages. And so far, it might be too early to say this, but it's looking pretty good.
Absolutely. As Diddy Kong records, I'm pretty sure, his 3rd out of the game.
They're going to have to rely on that. And it is just so funny to see 3 me's just back to back to back in the up next section. Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
go ball.
Oh. Oh,
Sorry,
baby! Is Fury making this a
Daddy with
game?
the. Michaela takes this one deep.
That is Michaela.
Showing some
Big
love to
Mac.
her GM. So now Evil
Insane.
Jam 2 comes up to bat. They tie it up, and like I said at the beginning, this is the giant killer of all maps. So let's see if they can continue this momentum with no outs. With 2 outs.
There's a good hit.
Tayshawn with a stand-up single.
That is such a reinvigorating home run there. Exactly what they needed in that situation. And that's exactly what they don't need. But you got to give them credit where credit is due. They've tied this ball game. And they just need to keep doing what they've been doing. Keep it to minimal hits, play lights out defense. And we could see a major upset in the DSA.
They've gone through this part of the lineup already, so they know what to do. Tayshawn has seen all of these batters as, and Greenshell narrowly misses towards another out.
Pink Toad gets the first. And here comes
way to get
Bionto.
What a play from Wacky J as he gets the unassisted double play. Wacky J, whose height grows with every game and every time we talk about him. Do you know he is now standing at 8'11", and that's why he has that reach.
Well, here we go. Fury near the top of the lineup again. And they will get it straight back to Diddy Kong here. Let's see if he can get on base here.
You almost wonder if Diddy Kong should use more of his star swings, that being his really, other than being a monkey, his only differentiating factor there.
And that is not what you want there, as that's the second out.
Here's Wacky J after that fantastic double play.
See if he can build off of that. He cannot.
Oh.
That will do it for that.
It almost looked like his hit was a little too hard, that it knocked Daisy back, therefore making the shell miss. So, little miscommunication there with the item.
Mm-hmm.
But we have Blue Toad and the reigning MV Me on deck here.
Big hit from Blue Toad. He gets on first.
Jame 2 able to get the ball in before the Piranha Plant was able to take a hold of it, saving some extra bases. Here's Olivia.
Olivia, what is Blue Toad doing? I think he had to have gotten hit by a power-up or something. He was kind of just meandering at first. This Blue Critter is going to the back of the wall. The Boo power-up, he hits a train twice. Olivia's going to round to home. And she is safe, and the Royals take the lead. Very good hit, really good power-up usage. The train comes in, runs him over twice, and Olivia is going to get home on that.
You just love to see that. And that's exactly why, they traded for Blue Critter there. That just raw power, and they've got speed in the base paths to get everybody around.
And just like that, we are back to the almost insurmountable one-run lead. And it looks like it might get worse as Blue Critter gets to second. And here comes Daisy. Good hit there. Blue Critter's going to try to go home, and he's going to make it a 3-1 lead for the Royals.
Absolutely. And if you're the Fury here, you have to stop the bleeding if you want to get back into this game.
Yeah, you need to get out. You need to get your 2 outs now.
Absolutely, because like we were saying earlier, it's hard for them to score runs as easily. They don't have that power, so stopping the bleeding now can help them chip away.
Yeah, bases are now loaded as Yellow Pianta comes up to bat.
These Piantas have some power. Only when they charge it as he winds up for one. That will still foul. See if he does it again here on 2 strikes. He does. Oh no.
Good night.
No doubt.
Grand slam. It's 7-1. And I think you can close the book on this Fury upset chance because it is a no-go.
It looks as if all the Royals fans have left too here. The only people still here are statisticians, making sure that they
goes. As they're finally going to pull out Tayshawn and they're going to pull in Diddy Kong.
And this is where things start to get interesting as far as defense stands for the Fury. As once Diddy Kong's out, it's a roll of the dice as far as pitching. As the Maverick gets on second with a stand-up double.
This is, I think bad is not even good enough of a word.
No, but at what point do you realize that this is almost exactly where the Fury wants to be?
I guess so. 8-1. We keep talking about the draft. We've finally reached the second out. We got 7 additional runs before they reached a second out this inning. As Olivia is up next.
Diddy Kong should probably start to use these star pitches that he is the only one who has.
I think everyone on the team at this point, if you're on the Fury, should just take out a Bible and start praying. Because I don't think anything besides the power of God will help this team. And they just ate the train. So a good catch there by Mac.
Luckily, they were both skinny enough to use the Wiggler train as a shield for that green shell that was incoming.
Well, Michaela had a home run last at bat. It's the only run scored today by the Fury as she gets out. Looks like a good hit for about 2 seconds.
Absolutely. She hits to the other female me on the field, Olivia. So Jane 2 steps up to bat. And that is not getting past the fantastic middle infielder that Blue Critter is.
It's hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby here, man. It's just terrible to see. It's just honestly, it feels like every single week at this point.
I mean,
the Fury.
At what point did the GMs petition to turn on the mercy rule for Fury games?
I think you need to set the Fury mercy rule at 3, if anything. It's terrible. It's just, as soon as it gets a 3-run game, you can just turn it off. Yeah. And, they're holding up well in this inning, though.
Absolutely. See, and there's that star pitch that we were talking about. Felix watches strike 1. No reason to swing at that. Now, coming into strike 2, maybe you should. You've timed it up, and he gets a base hit. The gap. Piranha Plant chooses not to eat that one. Maybe showing some mercy here to the defense. It almost looks like the Royals were listening in on our pregame show talking about how many runs they would need to take solo second.
Oh, first, I think.
Oh yes, in their
Oh.
conference. I meant in the DSA standings as
Oh yeah, they
wow, what an
still are
amazing
first
play
in
from the two
conference.
red Me's.
You got to start looking at, padding your stats here if you want to try to go for first, unless, it's a long-term goal. Here comes Tayshawn.
Absolutely. And if you think about it, they're both looking towards the postseason with this game, where run diff can be a huge deciding factor in such a close conference and overall race. And Fury, the same thing with the point diff there, just launches them further and further into having a better chance at landing PD Piranha.
Is a spiff a type of tree?
That almost sounds like a slur that we probably shouldn't say on the air.
Spiff a tree. Bruce pine fir? I guess. Spiff.
Are you doing the connections right now?
Yes, I'm doing the connections.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I didn't even get. Okay. Oh, this is we, me, he.
Wait a second. Let me pull up my New York Times. I was doing the spamagram. Sorry, the strands.
Yeah, there's better things to do right now than. They're changing sides, by the way, for those who are watching the game.
Can I screen share to the stream or?
I don't think you can. I don't think
Dang
you need
it.
to either. Yeah, it would be nice,
Did we figure out whether or not spiff was a type of tree?
It is, but it's definitely not part of the connection. Because I was thinking pine, spruce, palm, spiff, and it didn't even give me like year one away. So evidently, okay, one second.
Okay.
Traffic jam. No. This is a tough one. No, double play. There's a double play.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I got purple.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna shuffle it here.
I like to get rid of anything that they might be trying to push towards me, Sometimes they'll put two words next to it. Wow, and Diddy Kong strikes out Blue Critter.
Insane.
Anyways.
You gotta take the moral victories where you can if you are, Fury. Let's go back here. Continue to connections. I should be playing on my phone instead of the computer. This way I can... Okay.
Daisy showing off the range there against fellow Orange Me. Or fellow Orange Kim. I almost want to just walk to the dugout and see if they could help me out here because I'm kind of stumped.
Yeah.
Wow, that should not have been caught.
Snow white. Ice cream is white. You wear a white dress at a wedding. This is terrible. This is bad. I'm reaching. Oh wait, spiff, jazz, spruce.
Oh yeah, I like that. I like that.
Lift?
Yeah, if any of them lift.
No, one away. It's definitely not lift. Dress? Yeah, it is. Dress, jazz, spiff, spruce. Dress up, jazz up, spiff up, spruce. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
There's a new pitcher. I think that's Wacky J. Zach coming into pitch.
Traffic, pinch.
Diddy rolls another triple play.
Dude, it's the night of triple plays in the DSA. Insanity.
as we come into the bottom of the
We
seventh
have
here.
seen a triple play in all but one game tonight. That is insanity. 5 triple plays in 4 games. Let's see if I can finish the connections before the game is over.
I am one away. Okay.
Wii is throwing me off. Out of pocket? No.
Oh, and an error from Blue Critter, and another one, maybe from Drake, depending on how we count it. He lets that one go through his legs.
Okay, this is kind of interesting now. It's an 8-2 ball game.
And I'm just burning guesses on the connections here.
Goodness gracious. Ice cream? I don't know where to go from here. That's game. That's game. I will not be able to get the connections. And that is, that's it.
That's the end of the night.
I'm going to use the hint. I might as well.
Hey, wait, there's hints?
Difficulty is 1.8 out of 5. That's...
What's... What?
So apparently...
What?
I mean, we don't have to think. Yellow Pianta is a MVP of the game, I guess.
Speaking of Yellow Pianta, I can't get yellow here.
Fuck are y'all doing?
The connections?
Playing the connections. Yeah, we don't really have much to say else about this game. That's pretty much it.
Dang it, I didn't get it.